Welcome to Tina Tries. Today I'll be watching Magic Johnson and Larry Bird's interview with David Letterman. Let's jump in. Let's jump into this interview, shall we?
Our first guests are NBA legends. Their rivalry forever changed the game of basketball. Their relationship is the focus of a new Broadway play entitled Magic Bird, which opened earlier tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Larry Bird and Irvin Magic Johnson.
Yay! I gotta stop it there. There is a play about these two and their rivalry. Oh my God. Wow, look at how tall they are. Is Letterman a short guy? That's scary.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I saw the documentary the two of you did, and I guess it was produced by HBO. I'm right about that? I found it compelling. I found it moving. I found so much humanity in the production, and it stayed with me for quite some time. Now, you guys lived those lives. When you saw the documentary, did you have the same feelings, or was it just, oh yeah, that's us, that's what we did?
Yeah, they did a great job of capturing our feelings and how we feel about one another, but it's really all about the competition. I mean, even today, if we could do something to compete against one another, I still like to do that.
Yeah.
I absolutely believe that. That is so funny.
Magic, you feel the same way?
Oh, I feel exactly the same way. I wish we
course he
could
does.
compete against each other right now.
Well, you know what you could do is you could go out and buy a baseball team now. There you go.
I thought about buying the Cardinals, but after finding out, I found out Urban paid over $2 billion for the Dodgers. I know the Cardinals are worth at least $500 billion. That's a little bit much.
Wow.
That's crazy stuff.
That's a lot of money.
When you guys knew each other earlier, everybody knows about the NCAA championship game in 1979. Do I have that date right? But you guys actually played as in some sort of, was it an amateur summer tournament or like that? Where was that? When was that?
Well, it was in Kentucky, and that's the first time probably in both our lives that we actually sat on the bench. And I don't think neither one of us liked that at all, but because we were on the bench, David, and we got a chance to play against the starters every day and at nighttime at practice. And Larry and I were so upset we took it out on the starters. Right. So we beat them every single day, right? But Larry was a special cat because it proved to me this man could really play basketball. I'd heard about him, but I never saw him play live and in person, and he was incredible. I mean, he dominated, and that's what it's all about. So I went back home telling everybody, oh, this Larry Bird guy is for real.
Right. But you guys were kids then. I mean, you're a little older than Magic, but you were what, 17, 18, 19 in that range right in there when that happened?
I think I was 19.
Yeah.
19 or 20, and you're probably 18 or 19.
Yeah. And you were, from the beginning, and correct me if I get any of this wrong, because it's your life, and well, you guys ought to know. Magic, were you inclined early on to become friends with this guy because you were drawn to him because of his basketball abilities? Did you want to be friends with him from the beginning?
From the beginning, I wanted to be friends, but Larry didn't want none of that.
You could tell by the smile Larry got when Letterman asked that question. That's so funny.
And And so, you know, and so I said, okay, if that's how it's going to be, then we have to be like that. Then, you know? So I started disliking him too. Then, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, he told me that, you know, I smiled all the time, and he knew that I will smile at you, but I want to cut your heart out at the same time. So he knew that that was part of my strategy to get him, lure him in as my friend.
So he didn't want to demonstrate any weakness by becoming your friend. Now, did you feel what his advances to being a friend, and you just rejected them? You were not interested. You didn't like him. I mean, what was your side of that?
It's not like one of my old girlfriends, you know. I mean, when you say advances, I get a little scared. But
That was an interesting choice of words.
you know, my thing was when you compete, you're really not friends. You want to keep an edge. And I was like that through high school and through college. But Irvin is an outgoing guy. He loves everybody. He wants to high five. And, you know, he got that big smile. My goal was to try to take 3 of them teeth home with me after the game.
I can see that.
It's interesting because Indiana, Michigan, same generation of basketball, similar players, identical players, similar ideology about playing. Anything to do with the Midwest or the times that you guys came from?
I think it's the Midwest, and I think when you think about Indiana high school basketball, I mean, everybody says it's the best. You think about Michigan, we're right there with Indiana, and so how we were taught to play the game, both Larry and I, and then the way we wanted to play the game as individuals. And so we're mirrors of each other. I may smile a little bit more, but the way we played the game of basketball was exactly the same, because we would do anything to win. We didn't care about scoring points. We cared about winning the game and making our teammates better. And that's why I think that, you know, thank you.
It's very true.
We were able to change not only basketball, but we were able to change the NBA too. And so that was great.
I want to talk about that in a little bit. But so now you guys meet the first time in this summer league tournament, whatever it was. The next time is for the NCAA championship. Is that right? What did that? And it was like a 10-point loss. Am I right, Larry?
Well, it was 10 points. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah.
It felt more like a 20-point loss, but you know, when you're out there playing and you get started in these games, sometimes you go, uh-oh, these guys are pretty good.
Right.
And I had that feeling at halftime that these guys were too much for us.
Now at the beginning of the game, did you meet Irvin there?
Why?
Do you remember trying to talk to Larry before the game?
Nope.
Yeah. You had learned your lesson.
I learned my lesson, and at that time, he was going after something I wanted bad, and I was going after something he wanted bad. So we didn't want to talk. We wanted to get it on and see who was the best.
And that makes sense.
In terms of basketball, in terms of your career, in terms of your life and championships, what did losing that championship mean to you, and how did it affect you?
That's the toughest one I've ever taken because you know, you had all your friends. You're at a college. It's really when you step away from home. I felt in Indiana State, they accepted me, brought me in. It was tough, and it's still tough.
Yeah.
But
still tough today.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
and how about you, Magic? What did winning that title mean for you?
Well, you know, you just heard him. It's still tough for him.
That's cool. Then you go to Los Angeles, you go to Boston relatively in the same time frame, and your careers in the NBA take off, and the rivalry is cemented or begun anew. And then there's somebody says, we're going to sell shoes. We got a Larry Bird shoe and we got a Magic Johnson shoe. Let's get these guys together and we'll shoot a thing. And you did want to do it, didn't want to do it?
well, I wanted to do it because we won the championship that year and we beat Magic. So
Oh, yeah.
I was up for
Feeling
it.
pretty
They
good.
messed
All right. Yep. And then Magic, how did
I did not
not
want
wanna do
to
it, yeah.
go to Indiana. They won the championship. I'm going to his home too, and I protested. I didn't want to go.
But the story is that you were reluctant to do it, and you said, okay, if you can get
It's
Magic.
called negotiating, Dave.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you prevailed because you said, if you can get him here, we'll do it in my backyard on my, literally your home court, and that's what happened. Now, and he shows
Wow.
up. What was you when you saw him? Were you leery? Were you worried about he's coming into my house, into my yard?
Well, I had my brothers there, and I was going to fight him.
Fight him.
And if I couldn't whip him, surely one of them could.
Yeah.
No, I felt, my mom was pretty good about it. She was all excited. My brothers were excited. They love Magic. The town was excited about having him come in our hometown. And, come from a small town, it's pretty big news.
French
Of
lick.
course.
French lick. And
I love how he paused there for everyone to laugh at the name of his hometown.
they must be from the town over. But he came in, and we shot this commercial, had my mom fix lunch, and it was neat. It was pretty neat.
But that
His mom even made them lunch. That is so cool.
according to the documentary, that was the beginning of a friendship. Is that accurate?
Yeah, it's accurate. We really didn't say too much once I arrived. We actually had never really interacted with each other, so we got to the basketball court. We shot the first half of the commercial. Then it was lunch break, and so I'm going to my trailer thinking I'm gonna eat alone and he's gonna go. He said, "No, Irvin, come on up. My mom fixed lunch at the house." So I was
That's
like,
cool.
"Uh-oh." All right. But I said, "Okay, cool." So we rode up, and Larry has this beautiful, his house is beautiful, great acres and everything. I mean, green grass, it was unbelievable. So we go up to the house, and his mom just greeted me at the door, David, with a big hug. And that sort of just calmed me down. I said, wow, I'm getting a mom bird hug like my mother would hug me, you know.
Yeah.
And so then she told me I was like her favorite player, and I said, okay.
Oh. With Larry right there.
It's worse and worse.
So now I'm really sitting in the seat now. I'm waiting for lunch now because I feel good. But at the end of the day, what happened was we found out we were much alike. Midwest boys, grew up poor, hardworking families, had the same values, and I got to know Larry, the man, and he got to know Irvin, the man.
Now, did things change for you that day as well?
Yeah, I've always respected my opponents and him greatly because of the fact that he was so good. Everybody always said there's a hate element to it, and there never was a hate. It's just that I had so much respect
It's competition
It's
at its finest point,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, and you never let your guard down. And he was so good. And I was trying to, I used to have this thing in my head in the summer. I go shoot 700 jump shots that day, and I get ready to leave, and I go, God, I know he's shooting 800. And it dropped me back out there. So,
Wow, that is a crazy way to think. Like he was that competitive. He was making up scenarios in his head of what Magic was doing. It drove him back out there. That's crazy.
it was mind games too, but I always respected him and his teammates, and we had great teams, and it's just unfortunate that we got cheated in a lot of them games in the playoffs.
Cheated. I think talking about that episode where you guys did the commercial and you had lunch and so forth, I think I remember from the documentary that said that you really liked Irvin. You were less fond of Magic. Is that a correct? And what does that mean?
Well, Irvin the man's one thing, but Irvin the basketball player, I had a little problem with him. It ended, of course, 20 years ago, but there for, God, what? Well, I can't really say what I think, but
Now, when you hear that about you, that he liked Irvin, didn't like Magic, how do you interpret that? How do you feel about that? You know what he's talking about.
It made me feel good. David, hey, I was a thorn in his side.
Right.
I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed
Yeah.
to be go out there to kick his butt. That's what my job was, and his job was to kick mine, you know. And so I didn't want Larry to like me. He didn't have to like me, but, you know, we both respected each other. I knew Larry could beat me. If I made mistakes, if we didn't play our best game, Larry made me have sleepless nights, right? No, he did. He did. He had me because I was scared to death that I knew he could beat me.
Yeah.
And so that's what a great player does to you that you have to go up against. And not only was he great, the Celtics were great.
Right.
So, and I was the same way, hopefully, you know, in his mind when he went to sleep, thinking about me. Because I was thinking about him when I went to sleep. That was for sure.
It's do you,
That's probably true though, not thinking about each other when they went to sleep. That's hilarious. Um, but that was how competitive they were. Like they would lose sleep over these games, knowing that if they made little mistakes, the other guys were gonna use their basketball IQ and just capitalize on that. Like they would outthink each other on the court. It's crazy.
let's forget everything else. Forget the statistics, forget the friendship, how it evolved, the teams. Do you now, in your heart, believe you're the better player?
Oh, that is a loaded question.
Actually, I've always said that I go by success, and he's won more championships, so I give him the nod.
Wow,
Being very gentlemanly.
that was very gentlemanly.
Magic, same question to you. Is Larry the better player?
I've always said that Larry was the better player. You know,
Really?
because he could do more, shoot from the outside, all those type of things. You know, to us, really, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because what matters to me is that I played against the best. I got to know the man, Larry Bird, and that we got this friendship right now.
Right.
That's all that matters, because the fans are going to say, hey, Larry Bird was my man. Just like I run into a lot of Celtic fans.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I used to hate you. You know,
I get that all the time.
I get that all the time,
Yeah, I
right?
get
And
it.
so, but they say, I hated the Lakers, but why do we love Magic?
Yeah.
You know? And so, but what matters is that we're friends now. We can do so many things together. I still will hate him now. If we
Yeah.
play checkers or basketball right
Right.
now, then both of us are changing into those players that we used to be, because we still want to beat each other.
Yeah.
You think you were the better player, seriously, don't you?
He was the better forward, and I was the better guard.
Oh, there you go. That's
There
a
you go.
perfect way of handling it. Now, tell us, there's this documentary is, I think, the best sports documentary I've ever seen. And it's not because of anything other than you two gentlemen and who you are, the kind of men you guys are. And one of the points that is very, well, when you have your press conference and announce that you have HIV, the infection, your reaction and your reaction, tell us about your feelings.
Well, my feeling was the first time, you know, I told Lon, my agent, I said, we got to call Larry. And I said, I want to tell him myself. And so I want to talk to him. Well, actually, we couldn't get a hold of him. Then Lon told him, and then Larry wanted to talk to me.
Right.
And so we were able to talk. And the best feeling, David, is when a friend supports you. And this young man came and supported me. That's what it's all about. Forget the sports, forget the championships, the MVP. He came to my side and supported me.
That's
and
cool.
I'll never forget that. And that's the type of man Larry Bird is.
It's not. No.
That's very cool.
Gladly, it's not the way it was in those days. In those days, if you heard anything having to do with this, it seemed like an immediate death sentence.
Exactly.
And gladly, like I say, medical treatment has progressed where it's not that at all. But that's must have been what you were thinking.
Yeah, we always heard 9 years.
Right.
But I remember the day we had a game that night. I always took a nap in the afternoon. My wife woke me up and said, hey, Lon Rosen called. You need to call Magic. So when I heard that, I couldn't believe it. I mean, I can remember back, my father died, and my heart just sort of, he fluttered a little bit. When I heard about Magic, it's just like I had no energy. I didn't want to, it's the first time I can ever remember not wanting to play basketball. And it had a pit in my stomach for days after, even after I talked to him, because in my mind, 9 or 10 years, he's going to be gone.
Right.
And we had the Olympics, down the road. We had things we wanted to accomplish.
Oh, that's right.
Man, here he is.
Yeah, happily things didn't work out the way we feared. Now, I mentioned we talk about it in the introduction. The NBA changed professional basketball. Give us a couple of ideas how the game has changed because of you guys' career.
Well, I think that, the games were tape delayed when Larry and I came into championships. And I remember when we beat the 76ers when I was a rookie, the games came on at 11:30 at night. And
Wow,
so
that's late.
to put now the championships in prime time, the salaries that people make, I mean, we affected a lot of the change that is happening. And then Michael
That's
Jordan
true.
came in right after us and took it to another level as
Yep.
well. And
Do you guys see kids playing in the league now? You say, oh, geez, this is the way I would have approached it? Or is that the game has changed so much that your style of play doesn't exist or it can't exist?
Oh, it can exist. There's not many 6'9" point guards out there.
Yeah.
But I think what I see is there's a lot of kids come to our league and take it for granted, but there's also a lot of kids come to our league that want to get better every day, and they do the work necessary to do better and better, and they care about their communities, and they care about their team. I see a lot of that. When I first came to the league, I didn't see hardly any of that.
Right.
I think what me and Irvin did when we came in, people started watching basketball again. And our David Stern, which was our commissioner at the time, first year, came in and just took us to another level. Then you got to remember Jordan, Barkley, Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, John Stockton, all of us sort of came in. They came in a couple years after us. And the league got good right away.
Really did.
So we were just happy. We didn't know any of that was going on. We just wanted to play and compete. Right. But in '84, it changed.
But also we made passing fashionable again in the NBA.
Well,
That is
I
very
think
true.
from a fan's standpoint, from a guy from Indiana who grew up loving and watching high school, college basketball and trying to play and so forth, the great legacy that the two of you leave is a demonstration of how to be a guy, just how to be guys, and that's invaluable. It's I know what you're thinking at home. You're thinking to yourself, geez, just like Dave and Leno.
No.
Well, I wish you could come back tomorrow and the next night and the next night, but I know you guys got to get to the theater to rehearse your big number.
Magic Bird.
It's Magic Bird at the Longacre Theater. God, what a pleasure to meet you and to see you again, Magic. Good luck with your Dodgers.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll be right back with Jim Gaffigan, everybody.
That's amazing. I did not know that there was a Magic Bird play. Please tell me that it was a musical. That would be amazing. I need to see if I can find a copy of that show somewhere so that I can watch it. I love their whole frenemy dynamic, and I am definitely interested in learning more. That was such a funny interview. They are so funny. They play so well off of each other, and I love their friendship now. That is so great. I promise that I am going to watch A Courtship of Rivals. It will be coming soon, so I appreciate your patience. Thanks to everyone who suggested this video. It was a really fun one. That's gonna do it for this episode. If you enjoyed this, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any new episodes. My next episode will be a 3D printing build, so hopefully you come back for that one. If you have any other Larry Bird Magic Johnson video suggestions, drop those in the comment section below, and I will see you on the next one.